quarters.
Considering I'm the one that presses the buttons, I should be really aware. Hello and welcome, and thank you for your patience. There has been a teeny break in service. Our Ray's doing much better, and he's getting up and he's sharing away. If you want to be cool and popular like Ray, there should be a little share button just there. Looks like an arrow. Now I've misplaced the pieces of paper with the ones that Kitty broke with all my little signs. So for hopefully only 1 week only, I will be shiny and flashy. But I want to get back to my dog-eared bits of paper ASAP, because quite frankly, CGY. Hey, Jason, beautiful man. Mwah. Hello to America. Yes, get involved on the chat. Tell me where you are. Tell me what you're doing. And congratulations for not watching the football. And congratulations to those of you who are watching the football on the TV and are watching me on the phone. Let's have a look. We've got...
I should imagine there's more entertainment here than there is on the football.
Exactly. You don't need to hear the football. You can just watch the football. Let's have a look. We've got Amanda. It feels like only hours since I spoke to you.
Could it be that it is?
Oh yeah. Ray, welcome back. Lucy and Christine missed you. You must have missed me, Ray, because you put my name first. Yeah, don't think I haven't noticed that you keep saying hello to my mum first. Let's have a look. We've got coming up next. We've got hey mum, hey Ray, hey sis. See, Ray, Noel remembers the formation of everybody but me. First of all. Oh my God, my official in Pokemon, my best friend, Leona, because it's not official till it happens on Pokemon. Let's have a look. AJ, the savior. AJ, hello, my love, and thank you for sharing the link today and yesterday. Let's have a look. Footy Brawl, I know, apparently some overpriced guys are kicking a pig's bladder. Isn't that how the youth are talking about it? I'm slouching. But it's
I don't even know who's playing.
Comedian Bennett Aaron put up a joke, and he had hashtag ITAWLA, and I stared at it for about 5 minutes going, I was trying to work out the acronym, and then I realized it was hashtag Italy Wales. I wasn't even hungry. I was just really fucking simple. Dr. John has put foot what? Hey, Hannah. Hey, cuz. Let's have a look. Noel's put football is more important, but Wales are not playing tonight. Well, you know, why are you watching then? Hey, Noel Orchard. And then our lovely Jason, without your mum, we wouldn't have the wonderful being as you. Have to give respect to your mum. You do. I mean, and I do too. Thank you very much. Let's have a look. I mean, football is boring. Exactly. Let's have a look. Oh, we're getting a lot. Remember to give us some emojis. Fucking hell. I know I'm 40, but I did do an IT degree in the last century. I'm not that backward. But yes, let's get that algorithm going by pressing the, stuff. Steve has just popped over from the football. Thank you very much, and we appreciate your patronage. So with no further ado, hey, look at that, Danny. Hey, Noel, all right? Shall I change the tag under here to chopped liver? And before you ask, Danny, the dog is fine. Let's have a look. It's really weird. I'm using a mouse mat. I'm not used to all this. Right, so let's start off with, I mean, come on, it's still going to be the same format, only because I'm really proud of the weird thing I've set up here. So this is when I would hold up a piece of paper, and you've all been wondering, what's Joe up to? Oh, Danny Noel says hi there. So I had a little quick squiz at what old Wixie boy is doing. And he's had 2 headlines in the last week. And of course, perfect as always. The first one, he said he would need to be drunk to do Strictly Come Dancing. Don't lie.
We don't want him on there.
See? You can raise all that money for the NHS, but don't be taking our Strictly Come Dancing. Although he would have stamina. He would be able to do the quick step at least without getting out of breath.
But would he do it properly?
No, I know. He's too well, can you miss him? And the next thing he said is, left to myself, I would love to do nothing for weeks. Well, you didn't let the rest of us, did you?
I thought he did take a break.
Hey, Hannah said, Tallulah's watching here too. Hey, baby girl. Mwah, my little girls from Kingsbridge. Hello. Kingston. Do apologise. I was geographically incorrect by about 2 miles. Danny's saying only teasing. I love it. I've missed all of you guys talking to each other on the forums as well because, well, without this show, it's just my mother and I live streaming.
And don't we do it well?
You have really infiltrated it. You know, for those of you that started off with me way back like 3 years ago, Mum wasn't even in shot. She was just the voice from behind, and she's worked away. I've even given her a seat. But here, cheers to the first show back. There we go. Born again, Lucy. Right, so enough about Joe. What's happening with me? So I have only gone and lost a stone of weight in a month. And Joe Wicks had nothing to do with it. Soz Joe. Let's have a look. I'm sure my brother's going to say you haven't. AJ, me, you, coffee soon. Yes, we'll make it a pint. Coffee keeps you up all night. Let's have a look. We've got, for me, so I've lost a stone. And I went to Brighton. The last thing I was telling you is that I went to do my first Brighton Fringe. And I went with Lizzie Lenko and the wonderful Lou. And unfortunately, Lou had to leave on the last day because of commitments. But Lizzie and I have not only then did the last show together, but we sort of worked out that actually the two sets couldn't be more different, but are weirdly similar in certain things. So we've only gone and repackaged it. It is called Road Closure. You probably guessed why my stand-up is based around road closure. But here you go. And also, now this is funny. Don't think this is cruelty. Lizzie, I can't do it without laughing. Lizzie has brain damage. And that means her memory is awful. So I actually convinced her on stage during the last night that she'd agreed to wear a sparkly dress. This is consensual. She finds her own memory loss very funny. So this is not me. In fact, watch her set. It is mentioned. I'm sorry, this size 8 dress I bought from Jigsaw, it's gone a little bit saggy. When I say Jigsaw, British Heart Foundation, but do you know what I mean?
Don't have the last bit.
Oh, I know, but a British woman cannot not make out that it was a bargain. The added glamour to the item of clothing is always, and it was only this much. Oh, you like this? Oh, you can't get it because I got it from a charity shop. There was only one of them, and I'm wearing it. Let's have a look. Tallulah says she's missing me. Oh, baby girl, I'm missing you. Look, my hair is giving you a run for the money. I don't know what happened in the last week, but my hair has grown 85 feet. Dr. John, really, I had no idea you were in Brighton. Not only did I get to meet my Pokemon friend in Brighton, but where I was lodging and where he lives, because it was a special event, we were able to trade Pokemon from our beds at night. That sounds a lot more romantic than it was. And on Pokemon, I managed to catch a 3-star shiny legendary just before the show started.
Means nothing to me, but it makes Lucy happy.
It makes me so happy. Let's have a look. Road closure at the Swansea Fringe. Well, we did get in contact, but they have yet to get back in touch with us. So if you've got any strings you can pull, I'd absolutely adore to take Road Closure to the Swansea Fringe. And let's have a look. Nice to see you've brushed your hair. I did do a little teaser. My hair was not brushed because I do my little videos at 6:30 in the morning from my cab. It's sort of like, come and watch me later. In fact, I was drinking coffee and looking quite dishevelled. And at a certain point today at lunchtime, this bit went quite greasy and it looked like I had a proper 80s mullet. So I did listen to a lot of country music this afternoon because I thought it was befitting the hair. Leona, fabulous. Thank you, darling. Let's have a look. I was thinking about starting Pokemon. Should I or shall I avoid it? You should. You really should. Come to the Pokemon site. I'll be your friend. I'll send you my trainer code. Come to us, Jason.
It seems to be only grown-ups that play it.
Well, the thing is, Pokemon itself came out like 25 years ago, so there are no children that watch the cartoon anymore because they're all 25. John Hanbury, don't lie, it was romantic. Well, in fairness, on the first night you gave me a shiny Eevee. Let's have a look. I'm still waiting to hear back myself, so when I chase up, yes, please do, Ray Turner, because Lizzie and I will be there. And then you all love to know, what fun and games have I had in the truck in the last fortnight? Well, my favourite thing has to be smashing the patriarchy one child at a time. So picture this. I'm on a housing estate and I'm being banked backwards. And when you're a truck driver and you're being banked backwards, so you're reversing and there's someone standing in the view of your mirror. It has to be in the view of your mirror because, as we always say to people, if I can't see you, you can't see me. It's amazing how many men over the age of 60 I say this to, and I do the peekaboo symbol with them as well. They don't find it that funny. But
why would they? They don't understand.
I'm awfully sorry if I was emasculating you. Should I say it again slower, darling? And the banksman walked off mid-bank. What a banker. So it's truck driver's prerogative to, if a banksman fucks off halfway through a bank, you just put the handbrake on, turn the ignitions off, and just hold your ground. It's a little bit sulky. Yes, I know. So what happened was this small child, I'm assuming he's under the age of 20 of some sort. He was wearing tracksuit bottoms and and a baseball cap. And
Chav.
Kate, out of the words, out of the mouths of babes. I would never put chavs down with what this creature was.
All right.
And he said, "Oh, can't do it yourself because I have a tailboard you have to open yourself." And it wasn't because I was not opening the tailboard. It was because I was professionally following health and safety. So then he wanted me to tip the body up and wanted me to do it in a rush. And I was on even ground. And if I did that on uneven ground, I would have fucking fallen over. So I used some choice words and he didn't like them. And then the next time I saw him, I used the same choice word. And then he still didn't like it. And to make it up to him, I threw him a cheeky wink and a kiss. And he didn't like it. And now he's sulking to the point where every time I go on the site, he turns his little back to me.
But does he not realise that he's breaking all the rules?
I mean, I used to be a teacher and deal with giant little sulky teenagers, and I'm not anymore. So get fucked. Some say I've got an anger issue. I don't know why, Your Honour. John Hanbury has put about, so glad he got the last ticket to the sold out show. And I did as well, because it was really important that you were there. And thank you so much. And I believe we were giving out figurines at the end of the Brighton show because the original name of it was WTF. And the audience had to name the show. It was John that won one of the figurines. And I hope that you still have it and then didn't just throw it in the bin. Oh, look, Phil Wathen is watching when he categorically said he wouldn't because the football was on. Thanks, love. But the man going back on his word. I'll leave that there.
So about 36 million, isn't it?
This week alone. But who's counting? Oh, yeah, society. Right, so we've moved on with the Joe Wicks. We've done the Lucy update. Now, you all know why you're here. I'd love to say it was for me, but
This must be the point.
You nosy buggers, you're here for the village update. Just a quick update. Jason, this is a message from Ray Turner regarding Pokemon. Run, Jason, run. Don't.
Yes, run towards the Pokemon.
Don't run, Raid. Or at least walk under 20 miles an hour so you can hatch an egg. Let's have a look. I would never want to go toe to toe with you. Your eyebrow and Medusa-like looks would win every time. Tell the little pricks that I'm dealing with.
Right. you weren't in the car when it happened, but your phone, it must have been on Pokemon, said, slow down, don't play Pokemon when you're driving. And underneath came a little thing, or are you a passenger? So I just pressed passenger.
My mum.
Well, I was driving at the time.
I don't have children, so my mother doesn't have to babysit. And I think that means that she should play my Pokemon game for me. Because
I had the Tamagotchi, and I had that, what other thing was it called?
Furby.
Furby.
I didn't buy the Furby, by the way. That was another ex. Let's have a look. Walk towards the Pokemon, Jason. Leona is saying, come. AJ, can someone tell me what this is all about? First time viewer won't be the last. So yes, I've got these little sections. It's a little bit like the One Show, but very, very discombobulated. So I start off, I always used to do Joe Wicks update because I just wanted to see what he was up to, because I used to do the running joke, Joe Wicks update. Have I got any kids? No, moving on. And then he stopped. Doing exercise. So then I just started sort of Googling him and stalking him. Then that became the Lucy update. But this is the village update. So this is where I scour and I seek across all the local forums for what's been going on country style. I never say the names of the villages. I sometimes give little clues. If you're local, you'll know where they are. Spotted. Now, this is the first time I'm actually going to use a town name. Yeah. Red kites have been seen.
Oh, you shouldn't mention where you've seen them, just in case anybody...
Well, no, the reason why I'm saying where they were seen, because they were last heading towards Dunkeswell. The airfield.
What is the matter with these birds?
I don't know if anyone speaks kite, but I don't know how to shout, no, the other way. Because the thing is, those things are so big, they'll knock out a helicopter.
Well, easily one of the little biplanes that take off from there.
So if you have any kittens or puppies or those little cat dogs that cry out their eyes, keep them inside. Because I think that those are called in Red Kite World snackies. If them fuckers can take a lamb, don't be letting the chihuahuas out.
No.
Right. By the way, we're getting a lot of Pokemon chat. Tim Newton. Hello, Eyeball. Seen you a couple of times in the last week, darling. Just joined Hire. Hello, my love. He's a lovely truck driver who I met at the garage when we were both incarcerated for crimes broken truck. Let's have a look. Bloody Pokemon. Keeps your sister happy, and that makes you happy, remember? John has put one of us. One of us. Honestly, I can get you a million friends like instantly. Let's have a look. Furbies with the creation of Satan. Yeah, I had an ex-boyfriend who I would go into a store and I'd be like, look at this. I would love this for Christmas. And he'd be like, la, 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 la. I paid a compliment to a Furby once in October. And the fucker bought me two. And we opened them on Christmas Day. And it must have been the last ones in the shop, because one was like a murky grey. And the other one was like a rusty mud orangey brown. And the minute we started the brown one up, it just went, tweet, tweet. Oh. And the eyes rolled back in his head and it never worked again. Cheers for that, Rob. Let's have a look. Amanda, I've always wanted to play Pokemon, but I wouldn't have a clue to play it. FYI, Amanda, if you wanted to play that in work, you've got a gym and a Pokestop within reach. I'll leave that there. Let's have a look. Michael from Seattle, the gorgeous Michael Brown has been watching. I've been watching since 11 minutes after the hour. I learned what a red kite is. They're big buggers, they are. They reintroduced them to the Scottish Highlands, and then all the farmers went, where's my sheep? There's another lamb took off towards the sunset. They're basically dinosaurs with wings, aren't they?
Well, they're I think they're called hefty.
Hefty, yes. I think they would give the American bald eagle a run for their money.
Probably,
yeah,
so.
But they're a bit more furry. There you go. my animal biologist Lucy checking in. Let's have a look. They were lucky they didn't run into the Aradarros last week. Spoiler alert, that comes up in the update. Cat dogs that cry. You know, the little tiny ones that they're just so small, all they do is cry. You know, the ones that are in handbags, like Hilton-esque ones. Let's have a look. Red kites have 5-foot wingspan. I was surprised. You were surprised. You want to see one of them fuckers fly through your garden? You shut the door on that. Oh, Posty with the mosty. Hello, my darlings from Cornwall. That better be fucking holiday. We did not sign the consent slip for you to move.
No.
Let's have a look coming up next. So we've got that. This I've had some stress going on, boys and girls, and I delivered to a farm, and I turned a corner and I saw something that, quite frankly, brought my blood pressure down by about 300%. And I want you all to look at my cows. Look at my cows. That's Highland cattle on a very sunny day, standing in a river. Do you know why? Because there's a river.
And they could.
And I just stood there and they went, "We're ready for you, driver." I was like, "Well, the driver's not ready for you."
I'm busy.
If I could have stabbed my tyre and stayed there for another couple of hours, I would have. Let's have a look. Bald eagles have a 5'9" to 7.5 foot wingspan. Oh, okay. Okay. But are they as vicious as ours? There's a place on North Wales, or at least above Monmouth, and that you can go and you can throw carcasses of meat out and feed them. Oh, British pastimes.
Dead chicks.
Little have a look. Little break with the missus. Missing you both terribly. Well, we'll be seeing you at that party soon. Let's have a look. Sorry, honestly, Jason, I'm going to enter it into a photo competition, and I'm not telling you which photo competition it is because I don't want any competition. And this is why I'm not allowed to play board games with my family. Highland coos. There was a point during the weekend when I said to my friend, "Look at my cows," and it was really loud. And he said, "What?" And he turned as it went quiet. And I shouted over the crowd, "Look at my cows!" Yeah, you know, I'm getting back into society. Let's have a look. Coming up next. Now, for those of you that are local, the village with the totem pole that's in Devon, not Somerset. Did you know there was one in Somerset?
No, I didn't.
Do you know the one in Devon?
Vaguely.
Really close to where we are.
Oh, right.
By the little bridge. Yeah, so that village, on the playing fields, they've got a community barbecue. And some little fucking scroats smashed it up.
Oh, you
Why?
see.
Why? Just why?
Yeah.
And in with a month, the parish, the community got together and they fixed it. And they're begging people to use it because the more people that use it, the less chance of it being handled. Wow, that's how we do things, Devon style. Yeah. Let's have a look. Now the repair cafe has been popping up in a couple of places. In the one with the totem pole and the one that had the curious chicken.
Oh.
Now, the repair cafe is brilliant. I don't know if you have them near you, but you can take kettles and radios and toasters, and a man or woman, sorry for being sexist, you know what I'm like, will fix it with a screwdriver.
Can you take broken pottery?
I think it's more electrics,
Oh, right.
but they also do knife sharpening. Yes.
Ooh.
I once took my knife into a cobbler's and I said, "Can you sharpen my knife?" And he looked at me like I was a thug from East London. In Devon. I was wearing tweed, for Christ's sake. AJ, yes, your cow was good, but mine had 3 cows. So by numbers, do you know what I mean? You had 1 good cow, you showed me. I had 3 good cows. You can't fight maths. Let's have a look. Bonjour, ça va? Oh, mon cher. Melanie, hello, Lucy, and hi, Lucy and Lucy's mum. Oh, I miss you so much, and we are going to see each other soon. Fuck COVID. Well, not fuck COVID. Wait for the sanctions to be lifted. Doesn't sound as cool. Let's wait till we're vaccinated.
I am.
You are. John, your mum is a national treasure. No need to be calling her a cow.
Cheeky monkey.
That's the one I told you about.
I've got your number.
Right. Mayor, here in Wales are Oik set fire to hills for fun. Oh, they're still recovering after the riots in Swansea. You little shits. Disgusting. Just disgusting. Cobblers. I know. I was excited to use the word when I realised the story was coming up. Let's have a look. The British still use the term cobbler for a shoe repair person. Yes, that or elf. Well, someone's got to fix the shoes. Let's have a look. Coming up next, we've got swarms of bees. And I thought, oh, because they were like, I've got a swarm of bees. What do I do? Fucking hell, there were about 9 people put forward to go and get the swarms.
Really?
Yeah. And I thought, oh, that's rare. Next forum, there was another one. Is it the same swarm that moves around, or is it 2 swarms? Swarmi is the plural.
And why are they swarming?
I love the fact that everyone was being really, really helpful, except for one guy on the forum who said, just let them be. Because for every community forum, there's a fucking comedian. It wasn't me. I would have come up with something a lot better. I can't think off the top of my head, but it would have involved the word honey.
Waspish.
Where would a cobbler be without his awls? Oh, that's the key to it. They're key workers now, cobblers. Let's have a look. Now, in one playing field near us, somebody found a set of keys, and he said, I believe it belongs to a youth. The keyring looks like it would be a youth. Cue 5 mothers come on and try to identify the keyrings that are on their children's fobs who have clearly lost their keys. And the quote for me one was, is one of them a fortnight keyring? To which the man replied, what is a fortnight keyring? Then she tried to explain fortnight. Even I literally stopped reading. I don't need to know. Something to do with squares?
I have no idea.
Oh, I wouldn't, honestly. It's
No.
If you sort of think of it like the Sherlock Holmes principle, if you learn what fortnight is, you may learn things like left and right.
Okay.
You know, I learned what fortnight was, and I lost how to tell the time. I'm sticking with that one.
All right.
Bee swarming gives me hives. Oh, honey.
Oh.
Let's have a look. Did you tell them to buzz off? Oh, come on, keep them coming. We love a pun. Let's have a look. We had somebody put, has anyone lost a racing pigeon?
Oh.
We've got it in a box in our attic. It seemed happy. The box was in the attic because the cat was not in the attic, but the cat was trying to get in the attic.
Oh, now if
go on.
they check the ring on its leg,
Yeah.
and get in touch with the Racing Pigeon Association,
Yeah.
they will be able to tell the rightful owner where it is.
Bang, Christine. They did that. The number was invalid. Hence the reason why they had to take to the forum.
Wow.
I know. This is why it's in the village update, people.
How old was that pigeon?
It was in Roman numerals. So, by doing some pigeon detective work, somebody got them in touch with somebody who had a database that's alternative to, must have been a private racing database, and they managed to track it down. And apparently the guy had sold it, but didn't have the name of the owners. Now, for those of you that love classic comedy, the joke about the guy that sold the homing pigeon 17 times, I mean, to see it carry out live in the village, it makes me proud to be a Grockle. I'm 17 years this place, and I'm not leaving Devon now. He sold it. So the guy who sold it has now got the money and the pigeon. Did you tell them to buzz off? Oh, nice. Stevie D, I know you've been parked up for hours. What's your fucking excuse for being late? Thank you. Stay awake. I know you've got to get up at 2:30. Let's have a look. Beautiful flowers. Where one of the villages got somebody donated a load of wildflower seed and they scattered it all along the meadow sides, and the meadow flowers are now coming up, and that is why that's beautiful. Right. So AJ, as you mentioned, yes, the red arrows were about, and somebody took a picture and said, "Just saw the red arrows. What was that other plane following them?" And this woman must have been sitting on this for months waiting for this to happen. She went, actually, that's Red 10. And that's the official photographer. And he's my friend's son. Mic drop. Oh, come on. The thing is, you'll never be in any of the pictures. No. Oh. Stephen, how the hell? I fucking knows, mate. I see all. It's coming. There's still more village update. Now, I'm going to interrupt proceedings. If this doesn't cover you, join in with the rant, take the anger in, and let it be known next time you see somebody commit this offence. It's called the 5-second rule. Now, I'm not talking about dropping food. Put your hand on the floor, on the concrete or the tarmac or the sand, and put your hand on it. And if it hurts your hand and you see somebody walking a dog, have them. When I went to Brighton with Lizzie, we went to her little village to get some supplies. And there were these proud women, walking their little cat dogs that cries. And I literally pointed at a woman. I must have been like no further than a meter away, and I went, "Isn't it awful to see animal abuse publicly?" And Lizzie's like, "Leave it, mate, leave it." And I went, "I will not cause a fuss just because she wants to hurt her dog in public." If you don't want to put your feet on the ground because it's too hot and you wear shoes, why are you putting your dogs on it? You selfish pieces of shit. Do you know what? I've just come up with a plan. For those of you that have been watching for a while, you know that I actually invented the Fiesta taser. So when you see somebody dropping dog poo and not picking it up, you get to taser them. And as for the party effect, it comes out with some confetti and it plays a little Fiesta music. I'm letting it be used for people with dogs on hot floors.
Yes.
It really is a multi-tool.
Well, they could easily wait until the heat of the day has gone.
Exactly.
And it's cooler for the dog.
They say mad dogs and Englishmen go out in the midday sun. No, they don't.
No,
they don't.
Englishmen do, and the dogs are mad that they've been taken out.
They're howling. Sorry, that's not funny. Sorry. The comedian in me just couldn't let the pun go by. Oh! Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Telling the time. Good one, sis. Shh. Oh. Let's have a look. No, it wasn't a carrier pigeon, sis. No, it wasn't a carrier pigeon. It was homing pigeon. They were not having a meeting about climate, and they got they were having a meeting on climate change. We went, I know what will do well.
We're bringing the rest.
A couple of tons of aero fuel.
That'll do.
Fossil fuel, and then something like that. Take pictures. Claim to fame off AJ. I sat in the cockpit of Red Arrow during my Air Force days. It didn't take off, but it was a great honour to be able to sit in it. Hey! When I went to Sandringham with my Air Cadets in my Air Cadet days, they flew past the library window. That is a weird one. You hear the rumble, you look out of the window, you think you're standing in Hogwarts, and a pilot literally goes past eye level. Let's have a look. It's horrible when people take their dogs out on the hottest day on the hottest part of the day. The poor dogs. Exactly.
Well, it's actually the dog's paws.
Well, yeah.
I know.
Oh, the poor dogs. No, the dog's paws. See, now we couldn't watch the pun go by. We're talking about animal cruelty, Chris. There's a time and a place.
I know, like now.
Let's have a look. Amen. Thanks for the message about dogs on hot concrete. If you can't hold your hands on the concrete for 7 seconds, it's too hot. Exactly. The American sun is the same as the British sun. It is, isn't it?
Well, in some places it's warmer.
Well, they always go, oh, it's drier heat. It's a drier heat, isn't it?
Which makes it worse.
Yeah, exactly. The only drawback to tasers are illegal in the UK, unfortunately, because I'd use that on those dog torturing fuckers. That's my spirit. That's the community. I don't know. I think because it has confetti and it plays a little song, I think we can get around the illegal bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's more of like an event party popper. Exactly. Yeah. It's just where you say stand back, you accidentally didn't. Let's have a look. I don't take mine out because it's gone cooler. Exactly. And Jason, amen, Ray. But look at that, across the border. See? Who said that the UK and the US can't be friends?
Across the pond.
Across the pond, sorry. Oh, Stevie D, because Stevie D used to be in the blue lot. I've refueled the red arrows. Oh, come on. So AJ sat in it. Steve's refueled it. All I've done is see him. Oh, for my birthday, can I fly then?
Yes.
Thank you, Mum. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Ray, double checked. Oh, damn it. Just keep pressing refresh. Legislation changes all the time. Let's have a look. We really need to make those tasers. They would be so fun. I know. It's like a crowdfunder.
I'd love one.
I know. Now, nice thing that happened in one of our towns. The ones with the clock tower.
Right.
A gentleman had. Oh no, it wasn't. It's the one with. It's the one with the home bargains. Down the bottom of town. A gentleman had a flat tire, and he has angina, just really, really bad, and he wasn't able to do anything. And a lovely guy pulled over and changed the tire for him.
That's really
a man
nice.
Helped a man.
Gosh. It's one for...
Call the time.
I was just going to say, it needs to be written down.
9:37 on the 20th. So look, for anyone that's interested, Scotland are being beaten 3-1.
By whom?
That's one negative point there, AJ. We were keeping the bliss. I don't know. Don't tell us. Spoilers. But watch it on the catcher. Let's have a look. And then...
watch what on the catcher?
Football. I was making a joke.
Oh, I was just going to say.
No, this is a comedy programme.
All right.
Okay. One of the villages, the one with the apple fair, they're doing the Scarecrow Trail again.
Oh.
Yeah, and then after the Scarecrow Trail, the farmers will be taking their clothes back. That's my Sunday best, that is. Regarding dogs, more dog stuff. Maggie, the famous French pug that I talked about that was taken from the place where Fred and Rose went on holiday, it's been found after 1 month in Manchester, safe. Because people shared and shared and shared and shared and shared and shared and shared. And I'll post, there's some Bengal kittens that have been taken and her mum that I'll put on the Lucy Orchard comedy page on Facebook, and I'll put it on the Lucy Fool. And I'll put that on there. And the more people we can share that, the more we'll ruin it for people. They'll be able to make money because they're dirty, scummy bastards. So that's that. And please, there are loads of dogs that are going missing and then being found about an hour later. And they're always dogs like this.
So they've just been off for a little wander.
Do I live here now? And the thing is, there are so many kidnappers out at the moment. Please keep your dog safe. The wandering dog has not wandered, but his brother has, and he's got even longer hair and an even bigger boopy nose and an even bigger, prouder smile. And the quote I left under the picture was, that one again. He told me he'd get a collar. Everyone keep an eye on your dogs, except for the wandering dogs, because they're brilliant. And they take care of themselves. And then the last thing I want to end on it is, whose hedge is it anyway? A hedge? Well, not a hedge, a bank was trimmed. And a lot of people were upset because the flowers hadn't had a chance to seed. And obviously this time of year, we've got a lot of butterflies still nesting in the grasses. So the irate village member rang the council, who had no idea who it was, The parish council hadn't done it. No, look, nobody is owning up to strimming the bank. More investigations are going ahead, and now there is a hue and cry if you see somebody with a strimmer to interrogate them on whose fault is it.
They need to check the strimmer for grass to see if it matches the grass.
In CSI, they would have been like, there's pollen here,
Yeah.
and this pollen only comes from that side of the lamppost. It's not right. You're meant to give the hedges. It's not a hedge. But I just thought, whose hedge is it anyway? But yeah, this bank, and they were like, well, it's not a splay. And they're like, oh, but it's instruct and vision. No, there is no vision to have. It was just a splay. It's not a splay. It's just a bank.
Is it a Devon bank?
No, it's not a Devon bank, which is Wall Then Bank. Because there's a difference between a Cornish bank and a Devon bank. The Cornish bank is funded by the EU. Up high. Thank you. Bit of a local gag there. Let's have a look. Oh my God, breaking news. Have you just seen that down the road from me there's been fly tippers?
Wow.
That's your parish, that is.
Oh.
I'll get the councillor on it. Amanda, send me the address.
I'll phone them in the morning.
This is how you get things done, people. You ring it into the village update and I'll get the councillor on it. Let's have a look. I must tell you one day about how my then wife and I hit a rock on Highway 1 in America and how helpful Americans made it possible for us to change the tyre in the dark. Americans are lovely unless they vote for Trump. Well, you know, the best thing is he's not in power anymore, only because he wasn't allowed to run anymore. Not because people stopped voting for him. Because we can run and run and run and run, isn't it? But it's the Americans going to do 2 terms.
Yeah.
See, Michael Cooper, I pay attention every week. Yes, so that is it. Oh, and if you are a little bit strapped for cash at the moment, get yourselves down to the local forums because there are multi-level marketing opportunities and a myriad of pyramid schemes available for your needs. Just remember, if it seems too good to be true,
It is.
look at that. Look at that. It's like we're in sync. It's like we finished each other's
Sentences.
I see, I wanted to get that wrong then. Right, okay. So now let's have a look. He only served 1 term, so we can run again in 2024. Oh God. Amen ×2 for Ray. Oh, Ray and Jason. I hope you're friends on Facebook. You're both friends on my Facebook, so you should be able to add each other that way. Like that. Just like that. Like that. Just spoon jar. Let's have a look. Let's go and change the banner. So that was the village update. Please, if you are a member of a village community in Devon and some parts of very nearby Somerset, please do some crazy stupid things by this time next Tuesday because I need it. So coming up next we've got the birthday section. I hope you're watching, you two. It's all about the time assist. Yeah, I know. So first of all, they're both two. Actually, I'm highlighting on 2 people. One is one second, Jason, I'll post that up in a bit. 2 lovely people, one who I knew in my 20s and one who I know in this part of my life. Not that I don't know Anna anymore, but I used to be a teacher and I was the proud teacher of a group of girls who I used to call my minions. And one day they looked it up and I always remember them saying, "Miss, we've looked it up. Being a minion is a doer of evil." And I went, "Yes, that's correct." Can I take the register? I'm going for a cigarette. So this little girl came to me. I think she was 13 or 14. And I was proud to teach her all the way up till she was 18 and has turned into one of the most beautiful, amazing young women. And I asked her for a picture that she agreed with, that she consented to. So this is my Anna. She was a beautiful little girl with a little French horn, and she got really far Musician of the Year, and she did me proud every year. She did me proud, and she's still doing me proud. And I think out of all the minions and myself, there's only Anna and I that haven't got kids. But I've said it before, I'll say it again. You girls are my legacy. And if I never have kids, you girls are what did me proud. Yeah, so I don't get too wild up about that. But Anna, you are a beautiful girl. Happy birthday for yesterday. Now, coming up next, not bad. No, this guy and I met in 2018 and instantly I didn't like him. Really didn't like him. Didn't like him. Apparently he didn't like new people because what's the point? They go. He had abandonment issues when it came to new drivers. And slowly but surely I broke his will. And we have not just become driving crewmates as the members of the dream team. I've been able to travel Europe with him. I trust his instruction. I trust him with my life. And that's not just because I'll trust anyone that drives the truck because I can go to sleep. But this Stephen Dunn, this is Stevie D.
1 or 2 years ago.
A couple of years ago. Then he progressed to Top Gun. That's him with the ear defenders. People weren't saying very nice things about him, so he was like, not listening, la la la. And this is myself and Steve and Roger. Steve is in the middle. And this is us in Norway, in Bergen at midnight, having a drink in the daylight. And honestly, it was one of the best tours of my life going out with Steve and Roger. And Roger's birthday was only recently, and I had him on the show. But yes, happy birthday, Steve. And I hope to celebrate many more with you. I have no plans for you to go anywhere else. Steve has said, oh, don't, you'll make me cry. Darling, you are an absolute gem. And Mum thinks so too. And I know that there's never going to be anything romantic between me and Steve because he only has eyes. Let's just say one of us has had flowers off him. It's not me.
I have two. Thank you.
You can go to sleep now, Steve. So that was the birthday section. Thank you very much for listening to about all the wonderful people that I know. Let's go look to the comments. Nice scooter, Stevie. Yes. Let's have a look. Ray has put, Jason's put, I will add Ray on Facebook if he joins Pokemon with me hand in hand. Yes, 2 for the cult. Let's have a look. Who doesn't like having minions? Oh, Spider. Have you eaten now? Are you a little bit less crabby? Because
Was he a bit cranky?
well, see, Spider is this thin, but if he doesn't eat, he gets a bit crabby because he's 17 foot tall, and he's got to eat a lot to just fill him out. And he's going to go to the gym after work anyway. And if he works out without eating, he'll be even grumpier. Let's have a look. You sound like an old retired school teacher. How long did you teach for, sis? My girls were the creme de la creme.
Okay, Jean.
I taught for about 10 years. Believe it or not, I'm really fucking old, but I want all the viewers to know, no matter how old I am, this boy is 5 years older. Nice scooter, Stevie. Let's have a look. I broke my back. I haven't been to the gym in over a month. Spider, you broke your back? That could have been a DM. We'll deal with that after the show. Roger, he's a twat. He fucking, look, mate, you love him. You know, the love between brothers is normal. The love between you two is weird. And Spider says, yes, I've eaten. You know, I worry. There you go. Was it 10 years? It was 10 years. Let's have a look. So coming up next, we've moved on to TV and radio. So let's start off with radio. Tony Jones wishes on healing. Oh my Lord, that's serious. I know. Don't you think he should have told us, Jason? Let's have a look. So radio-wise, the Archers not even getting mentioned this week. Not until they've thought about what they've done and had a chat with themselves. For me, you know that I won't go to sleep unless somebody dies. So for the radio, I was listening to Murder is Easy by Agatha Christie, but unfortunately I've heard it so often I knew who the murderer was, which meant I kept awake. I need to get involved in the storyline, then my brain shuts off, and then I go to sleep. Let's have a look. So then I moved on to Whimsy and the Unpleasantness of the Belladonna Club. but I really hate the protagonist. And I forget that I hate the protagonist. So I put it on. He starts screaming and laughing because it sort of mocks being shell-shocked, because it was written back in the 50s, 60s. When's Dorothy L. Sayre?
Oh gosh,
Maybe 40s. Yes, because it was about the World War One. So they were laughing at this guy that had shell-shocked, or PTSD as we would call him. And I didn't like it. So I started, and I've started it about 5 times. It's really shit. So I've settled on Paul Temple and the Gilbert Case by Timothy. Yes, Paul and Steve are off solving crimes. More on that next week. So I've only gotten to the first bit, and because I haven't heard it for a while, fell asleep within 4 minutes. So on to the movies. Let's have a look. Noel's put, what's the saying, sis? We're close, but not that close. In fact, I actually said that to my mum only today.
Yes.
She went, are we not partners? I was like, no, Mum, we're close, but we're not that close. Right, so I started watching a show when I did the last Lucy show, and then I had to stop watching it to do the last Lucy show. So finally, I finished Wonder Woman 1984.
It wasn't the Lucy show. It was.
Was it Big World?
It
Okay,
was.
it was a show. And the thing is, I have to say, up until I stopped watching, it made sense. Now, can anybody explain to me, spoilers, by the way, it's old film so far now, how the fuck does the Lasso of Truth manage to take over a telecommunication device and she gets to speak to the world when they pulled the plug on the camera? Anyone? Because
Magic.
TV signals don't work by two things holding a blue light. That's not how a transponder works.
Darling, this is fiction, not fact.
But
they can do whatever they
no, but
like.
it ruined it. How, when she said, like, oh, recount your truth and all that stuff, what was it? Take back your secret, or take back your wish. What? Up until then, the Manahayalko man had the power of the totem and was able to get the wishes, and they went. But how did the Lasso of Truth get round his leg and take over, and then she managed to speak to people, and then it all healed? Because then, if the wishes undid and the missiles disappeared, how come the litter was still on the lawn? I need these answers. And a fabulous, fabulous little cameo by Linda Carter at the end.
Yes.
Who's looking bloody marvellous. Oof. She caught it. Well, did you see that line there? Like fucking Madonna. Let's have a look. Coming up. We've got sis, Wonder Woman can also fly. That lost me. No, she can fly. That bit, because I mean, you know, she's an Amazon. Which the thing about her being able to fly does undermine the invisible jet. But I suppose if she needs passengers, like more than one, maybe. Let's have a look. MacGuffin, aka bullshit. Seen it says, have you watched Loki? Yes, sis. No, but we are getting back to our viewing schedule. We're picking up speed. We're on it, and we've also, I think it's safe to say, we've put the Blacklist to bed
for a while. It was just,
if we're going to scratch the bottom of the barrel, we'd rather watch an SVU.
Yeah.
The only reason we don't watch an SVU is we can't remember where we are in the 79 seasons, and it takes us 3 days to find out where we are. Watch a couple of episodes, miss it for a month, and then we can't remember. There was a paedophile that kills a dog.
Yeah, well, I know, but I
that's
think
every
we're
single
only
one
on
of them.
season 4 or something stupid.
A nun gets raped. Oh, wait, which season?
Yes, we're not very good. We should have written it down.
We have done. We've lost the book though.
Oh,
Let's have a look. I loved the first Wonder Woman movie, but I've tried to watch the sequel twice now and just can't get into it. So I have no idea what you're talking about. Darling, if you had watched it, you still wouldn't have any idea what I'm talking about. You can't take over electrical devices with a magical lasso of truth. Let's have a look. Sorry, Dougie needs to go outside. Can you go again from talking about some Nubhead you made in 2018? This is why catch-up was invented. I did a lovely, what could almost be called a eulogy towards Stevie D. Have a look. Linda Carter was also president of Supergirl. Yes, of course she was. Nice. Also, not mixing the Marvel DC streams. That's good. Let's have a look. Don't you think? Don't watch Spider-Man Far From Home if you think that's confusing. No, I got Spider-Man Far From Home, and that is confusing. But Wonder Woman 1984. Check yourself. Let's have a look. You are trying. Oh, I do, but I haven't put it up, and I've also pressed something down. You are trying to apply real-world logic. I've pressed something now, and I don't know how to undo it. No. Yes.
Oh,
no. Okay. Found a new button after having this computer for only 15 months. You are trying to apply real-world logic with a lasso of truth. Yeah. I don't understand. Did you watch till the end of Wonder Woman? Yes, I did. But I only saw the bit with Wonder Woman. I'm going to put banners of TV. Sorry, I've still got it on the birthday section. There you go. TV and radio. Well done, producer Chris. Comments. Yes, I did. And I saw the Linda Carter star as Asamothus.
Yes, that's right.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, her.
Yes, her.
Yes. Loki, I'm told. Is this a spoiler? I'm told ties up a lot of loose ends from Avengers Endgame. If you've seen that. Yes, I have seen that, but I need answers on Wonder Woman. Nobody's giving me the fucking answers. Let's have a look. Now, Mum and I got down to our kind of movies that we really love. Oh, hang on 1 second. Lasso of Truth of being a very fictional object that they can apply any logic they want. It's not Green Lantern, for fuck's sake. It's a rope.
And not even a room.
I know. Right. So Mum and I watched a movie that I've been wanting to watch for a while. I put it on and I said, this is the third movie in a series. They've just brought it back. You've watched the first two. Mum denied it. Then I told her she had. Then she remembered more than me. That's how it goes, isn't it? Yeah. So we watched Bad Boys for Life.
We did.
Good men. What you gonna do? It was brilliant. It was brilliant. Anything with Will Smith.
Right.
Brilliant.
We had to watch it over 2 nights because we both fell asleep.
Not at the same time though. She went and then I went. But in our defense, it was very late at night. It wasn't that it was boring, you know. So I could say that I fell asleep with Will Smith. And that's what we're taking from that.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. If you haven't watched it yet, Ready or Not is a really good movie.
Ready or Not? Who's in it?
I don't know. Ready or Not. Spider, if you can send me the link to the IMDb, thank you. Slide into the DMs. Let's have a look. It's a magic rope. I don't understand what you're getting at, people. Bad Boys for Life is a great movie. Yes, it is. Spider, you know when I come to Cleveland, can we recreate it? You could be Will Smith.
Are you going to be Uncle Marcus?
I'll be Uncle Marcus. And then, because we like to keep up to date with movies, we watched brand new movie out, Legally Blonde 2. Red, white and blue.
And we had to watch that over 2 days.
Well, we had to leave the house.
Yes, for one reason.
Well, we had to go and see Leona.
Yeah. So we promised we'd be there at a time, and
I wanted to go for a drink with Leona, and Mummy drove me. Yeah, I'm 40. I just said, Mummy, yeah, whatever. Bring it back. Yeah, we're bringing it back. Let's have a look. Have you watched WandaVision? Yes, there is a list. Mum doesn't know that we're going to be watching them soon. Shh, I'm going to tell her it's a history doc. Let's have a look. Watchmen limited series HBO.
Yeah.
Mixed figures about that. Legion, yes. Dirk Gently. I'm not a huge fan of Pratchett. Is it Pratchett? Who wrote the one about the universe with the towel? 42.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Let's have a look. And Tony Jones. Let's be on it. I'm Martin Lawrence, but thanks. I know. It's just you're taller. And I look more like Martin Lawrence. Let's have a look. Legion is very good. Let's have a look. Noel Orchard, love it. It's weird and strange. More people are like smart and on superhero stuff. Very well done. Yeah, I bet Wanda hasn't got a lasso of truth and take over a radio station. Judged. And then we've been up to date on NCIS, and we found out that in 2020, when they only released season 7 of Broken Wood Mysteries.
So we're back to New Zealand.
We're back. We're back to Broken Wood. Honestly, it is the film of the decade. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. If you've not watched any of Broken Wood Mysteries, each episode's like an hour and a half. We're talking Sherlock length. And it's just a warm New Zealand blanket of love. Jared still hasn't come back. I thought Jared was coming back in season 7. I don't know why.
But they've put a very
He's
hunky
very
Fijian.
handsome. Yeah. No, he's Kiwi.
Not Fijian.
Kiwi.
Kiwi
Actor. But there's nothing wrong with him having more
as
than...
a detective.
Oh, yeah, he's fit as. Lucy, God. Lucy, if you have to black up, just don't, okay? Writing that down. You've got my back, Ray. Let's have a look. And I'm pretty sure Spider would say, Lucy. Where is it filmed? You sound South African. Get back with your insults.
Get to the shit.
Get to the shit. It's Stan. Stan is in the shit. An update on Resident Alien. No, we still haven't watched it. But we are literally. You know, I try not to drive a truck as often as I could. Mum tries to get out of work all the time, but still, this incessant need of bill pay. Let's have a look. So hang on. Have you seen See with Jason Momoa on Apple TV? Okay. I like Jason Momoa in Game of Thrones, but I don't like him in Aquaman because I'm Golden Age Aquaman, and Arthur doesn't like him. Arthur's meant to have blonde hair and blue pants. Let's have a look. Did you just say something about a tight ass? Fit as. He's fit as. But yeah.
Well, yeah. He has got broad shoulders, but little hips.
Yeah. AJ Roberts, pretty good. Good Morning is really good drama. Oh my God, we watched Good Morning, didn't we? That's the one with Reese Witherspoon, Jennifer Aniston.
We
did. The Jeff Lauer, who is the real creepy guy in real life that they based some of the stories. They wrote some of the stories, and then it turned out that Jeff Lauer was a creepy guy just like that. So that's that. And then we're moving on. Thank you very much for sorry, I misheard you. No, you must just read my mind. It's very funny show. It's got a second series. Oh, it's got a second series. That's we're more likely to. Obviously, there's too many good series that just end after one. Right. So plug section. At the moment, I'm taking it easy on the shows due to time and inspiration and commitments. But please, the Lucy Show is back. So I expect to see you all here Tuesdays at 9 p.m. And this is just moving us on now to the thank you sections. Leona, thank you. And to all your family.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Gav, Chris and Ray, if you're watching. Martin, thank you so much. Noel and James, amazing help. Harry-Richard, still loving the jumper. Sean, you're going to have to watch this on catch up because you're driving a truck right now.
And not giving me a heart attack.
Not giving her a heart attack. Jane and Debbie, thank you so much. And Rachel and, of course, Alison. And I'll email you later, Alison. So thank you, just everybody. Big shout out to all the Drop family. I know that they had a loss recently with Brian. I only met him online twice at the very, very beginning of lockdown, and they're still trying to heal and understand what happened. And a big shout out to Leon and Alex, my big royal family, and thank you for being so patient. Sarah and I are not going to bring the kitchen sink, luckily, back till September, so we've had more time to harass comedians in real life. And everybody that donated, wow.
Thank you.
Not
so,
a penny
so,
is going to
so
be wasted.
much.
We've used some of it already. We had to under emergency circumstances. We just blown away by the positivity and the humanity and the generosity. And biggest thank you to you watching and to you commenting. The show, to begin with, it was me rambling and just putting a few comments up. And now I get about 170 comments per show, and that's all because of you lot. Let's have a look. AJ, I will check that out. Nice. Leona, you're very welcome. Thanks, babe.
Thank you.
Noel,
see you on the weekend.
Noel, not a problem, sis. yeah. You're not just done, Leona. It's not you're not just done. No, and thank you. I will tell James, Amanda, and thank you so much too. You've been my little morale booster. It's like having a little cheerleader in my pocket.
Yeah.
Amanda, pick me up. Amanda, thank you so much. So good to see you back. Yes, and Michael, I enjoyed the broadcast. Michael, do you know how many thank yous we owe you right now? It's amazing. Just there are so many. When we start, that we may as well just do another fucking hour of just thanking people. Honestly, you pulled us out of the darkness, all of you, with the love that you showed. Just an
please just keep it coming. Yeah, I know that sounds awful, but
an embarrassment
please.
of riches. And Jason as well, thank you to you. Thanks goes to you. Stay safe, stay well. You're loved so very much. I hope to have a drink with you and your mum one day. You're amazing. Yeah, and we're buying. Amazing. So let's get the music ready. So don't comment on my own new Facebook for a minute or two because I've lost YouTube. Right, okay. Skip trial, thank you. But yes, thank you so much.
Thanks, everybody.
See you next Tuesday.
I'll see you next week.
Good to see you smiling. Hope to see you on the weekend, AJ. Thank you so much. This time next week. Oh, thanks, man. You can take my cats, you can take my home, but you ain't taking my show. Almost time for bed. Come on, everybody. Of course, see you. See you. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Bye.